Well, thank you, Your Honorable Mayor, for this time. I want to start off by just reading this. Diligence is a learnable skill that combines creative persistence, smart working effort, rightly planned, rightly performed, in a timely, efficient, and effective manner to obtain a result that is pure and of the highest quality of excellence. Last but not least, and then I'm going to speak on it, conflict makes a dull blade sharp. Conflict makes a dull blade sharp. It is shameful to know that we're living in a communistic society that is literally minimizing the fact that people died for the right for you to vote. People died for the right for you to get on the bus, and now we don't even want to ride the bus. We have a government that is before us right at this minute while I'm speaking that is not concerned about the people, but their concern is how to please master. Who is master? When you look at it in this form, there are many puppets, but one master. And all the puppets do what the master tells them to do. And when you step out of what the master wants you to do, you become a target. Ask me how I know that.
How you know that?
How you know that?
You become a target when you speak up and say something's not right, or we draw the line at the water line. We will not sell our water lines. That's where it started at. All of a sudden, somebody starts making visits. Matter of fact, I'll go even further. They sent somebody to tell me that they wanted to buy up all my property and put the addresses down. Signed, sealed, and delivered. A buyer that bagged out to find out what you really got. Came right in here, looked like one of us, act like one of us, told us how good they was, and gave me a card and gave me a wonderful presentation. But the end all was, we want to see what you got. The same building that I'm speaking of that I was harassed with, they wrote 3 tickets. The ticket changed every time I went to the courthouse. First they tried to say it was matter of fact, the first problem I had was that in the report it says that we knew that it was a commissioner of the city of Benton Harbor, Dwayne Seats. They didn't serve me the ticket, they served Chief Lang the ticket, in which Chief Lang served me with the ticket. For allowing trash to accumulate. How do you allow something when you don't know it? I asked how come there was no warning, and I was told that the warnings are courtesy. But if you go right across the street, the apartment building right across the street is in way worse condition. Mattresses are piled up high, brush piles are everywhere, and I asked the inspector, did you see this? No, I never seen it. But if you come out this driveway, you got to look at it because you're right there. But did you see this? No, I did not see it. Told my attorney, we want to see how much money he'll have to spend. He said, well, why don't you just let it go, because he didn't know anything about it. No. Well, why? Jessica Fetty, who was the acting prosecuting attorney, who is the daughter-in-law of the David Fetty, who is a whirlpool attorney. So why were you so hell-bent on me when every case before me was dismissed? But when you become a target because you say what's right, there's a problem. So if we can't get you one way, we'll try to get you another. So what do? When you face adversity? You become sharper. And you begin to educate people that you can become one if you speak up. But the problem is, Benton Harbor, we want more rims. But whether you know it or not, you're not going to have a place to store your rims before long. Because they're taxing you out of here.
That's right.
You don't believe it? Go to the Dank Hall next month for the auction. And see how many properties in the city of Benton Harbor that are prime properties that seniors are losing for $800 and $900.
That's right.
Senior citizens who can't afford it. But now we want to cut the government because the government's the problem, not the amount of money that comes into the government. Who are we fooling?
That's right.
But the game is not on us. The game is on you. Because how long will you sit in your houses and allow 600 votes to win an election when there's about 12,000 of us?
That's right.
And yet, when you got a Section 8 line, they got lines, and people not getting out the lines, not even go to the bathroom or get something to eat because they want a voucher that is soon about to dry up.
That's right.
We got to wake up. And it's shameful that they're using Mr. Harris in the way they're using them and embarrassing them at the same time. Harold Palladium had a much better picture of me, but because of the article they wanted to use, they use your bum picture, like the picture they use of Commissioner Henry, the picture they use of everybody, to make you look worse than what the truth really is. But one thing about it, the truth don't need no assistance.
That's right.
But the picture they're using of Joe Harris makes him look worse than the picture they're using of us. Looks like a man who hasn't slept in a while. Look like a man who's on a bad path because he knows his time is limited. Because you can't please two masters. He went against Whirlpool when they put out the resolution for us to vote on it, then came back and threatened us, didn't know that Jeff Knowles was sitting in the audience waiting for it to pass, but he tried to come out as Caesar and cut their throat himself. And tap dance to try to get them back in a way. But then they hire, and I'm about to be done, Mayor, because I know we got a long time to go. Then they hire other people in our communities to tell us it's all right. Why build a beautiful Boys and Girls Club right across from a decrepit building that needs maintenance? Why didn't they beautify the high school or partner with Benton Harbor High School to beautify that building instead of building a beautiful building across the street? Why? There's a key here. Because they're trying to show you that you can do nothing without them. And you better join us before we beat you. I'm almost done. 1992 and 1993. I came back in 91. I was staying in Pennsylvania, went out there, and you've been looking at the Fab Five, but we had our own version here. I've seen the way the citizens rallied around a group of young men to go after a championship and to win something. But the goal we have right now is so much bigger. It's for your livelihood. So what do you got to do? You got to stand up, wake up, and get up. Quit letting people speak up for you. These blogs that go on, I'm done. The blogs that go on are horrendous. Commissioner Henry said they're going to have extreme economic, but it amazes me in the building right next door, they just got a grant for extreme poverty.
That's right.
So how do you have extreme economy and extreme poverty next door to each other? Somebody making money off the backs of poverty, but then somebody next door saying, we're about to make a ton of money.
That's right.
How do you do these things? So what I'm going to tell you right now, it might hurt some people, but if we go and he disband this commission, it's going to blow up in his face. Since my adversity, people who I never thought would rally for the cause have stood up to rally for the cause. Right. If you disband this government here, you might as well disband Benton Harbor, because you won't stop us from meeting.
That's right. That's right.
And you won't stop the people from rising up.
That's right.
But my question is, are your armored tanks ready now? Because we're not burning down houses and we're not throwing rocks.
Thank you.
But what we're going to do is educate our people to get up and get out and walk the streets.
That's right.
Don't go downtown and support some of these entities that have got millions of dollars. Why is the art district so beautiful and the inner city is so pitiful? Why is this man staying in a $1,800 a month apartment
2,000 a month
down in the arts district off your money? And we're complaining about a street and somebody has an apartment that is more than your mortgage. I'll tell you this, they pay to kill. This is an economical hitman. This man is on a divine assignment to destroy Benton Harbor. And all y'all going along to get along and smiling in your face and trying to keep your job, and he's smiling back at you. There was an old worldly song that says, smiling faces tell lies.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They don't tell the truth.
That's right.
If the man tells him to get rid of you tomorrow, you gone. And you're replaced with somebody who's not minority. Last thing I want to say, please keep Miss Jackie Bell in your prayers. Right? She's in a coma right now. And I can imagine the duress and the stress that a chaotic system, not a government, when people have cold hearts against individuals who try to do the best they can with what they got. Why don't we kill the man who's supposed to be doing what's right the same way we did with Miss Bell? I'm not talking about kill her naturally, I'm saying scrutinize him. The same people who waved him in are not following up. Because this is the key word here. If you remove the government and put it to a vote, the people's going to blast that off the ballot. And you're going to have to defy the charter and try to write it in. Because if we vote, nobody can stop you. But the other part is, if you run as candidates, we're going to blow them out the water. So don't waste your money on signs. Don't waste your money on billboards. Don't waste your money on commercials, because we, the people, in this election will speak. And it's going to speak volumes. That Joe Harris, we are tired. Rick Snyder is 20,000 signatures short of being recalled. Do you realize that? Al Pashoka is gone. He's going to be a one-year wonder, and going to wonder why they didn't step up to keep him in when we get him out of there. So get ready, Benton Harbor. There's a lot happening. There's a lot going on. But either you're going to drive by or you're going to get drove over. They're going to run over you. Don't get in the way of a bus when it's moving. But Benton Harbor, we became a pothole because we're about to bust the tires. Thank you, Honorable Mayor. I pray again for Jackie Bell that all will be well. But It's time to fight. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mayor Pro Tem.